Hey, how's it going? It's me, Erica. Thank you so much for pressing play on this 15-minute mobility workout. I love mobility because it just helps me connect to my body. And so often we think about what it is to connect, and we think about connecting with family and friends and experiences, but we often forget that connection starts right here between your mind, your heart, and your body. So that's what this is all about today. Connection is where it's at with you, you, and you. And let's get going. We're going to start right away. I want you to put your heart rate monitor on. Go ahead and pair it with the app if you haven't done that already. And just come to the center of your mat and ground your feet down. If you have bare feet, that's the best because you can really feel the ground. Now we're just going to start with some nice gentle neck tilts. We're working from the top down today. So nice and easy. And as you take one ear to shoulder, take that opposite shoulder down. And I'm actually going to make a fist so that I can really feel the stretch in my neck. Mobility is about mobilizing all your joints. So we're thinking of these joints up here. Now, take your head and turn it to one side. Doesn't matter which side it is, take your eyeballs with you. Keep rooting those hands and those fists down to the ground, bringing your shoulders down actively. Do that a few times. And then bring your neck right facing me and drop your chin to your chest. Down and then back up. A few more. You might hear a little creaky cracky in there. That's okay, especially if it's morning. And then bring your head to look at me. Yes, very nice. Now, wrists. We never work our wrists. Let's bring our hands really far forward and just very slowly rotate your wrists right to left, left to right, doesn't matter. We're going to take a couple more seconds, then we'll reverse the order. So working those wrist joints. We spend so much time carrying things, carrying our children, carrying groceries, taking stuff from the car, opening doors. We really need to work that. A couple more here, and then release that. Now, reach your shoulders up and back. We're going to do something called controlled articulated rotations, or CARs. So root that hand down again. We're going to reach and straighten your hands like a blade and bring your hand all the way up, straight arm all the way back, and then really try to keep it as close to your body as you can. Flip so that your thumb is coming first, and then rotate it all the way down. Come through with your pinky leading. We're going to do that again. All the way up. Big deep breath in. And all the way back. Oh man, if you have tight shoulders, you might really feel this. Let's reverse it one time. Take the thumb back first, really open and keep working it. Slow and steady wins the race. And then flip it down and relax. Let's do the other side. Same thing. Lead with the pinky. Reach, nice and tall, engage. And we're just working those controlled articulated rotations through the shoulders, reaching. You might feel this in your arms, your biceps, or your triceps, especially if you've done an upper body workout lately. This is the perfect complement to that. Oh, and hang out in places that might feel a little crunchy. Let's reverse, thumb back. So I asked you to put your heart rate monitor on today because even though we're staying in zone 1 for this entire workout, it's very important to see that keeping your heart rate in zone 1 has so many benefits as well. It stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, which activates recovery and reduces stress and anxiety and how we handle our day. So it's super important to stay in zone 1. This is not a workout where you're going to get out of breath, but that's okay. And release. How'd that feel? Feel a little more open here? Let's move down to the hips. Separate your feet a little wider. Turn your feet out, and we're just going to come into a really slow squat. And this is your opportunity to connect with yourself. So connect with how things are feeling, with what has to happen to get down into that squat, which in this case is tilting the pelvis back, keeping the chest up, bending the knees, sitting back in the heels, connecting with the ground, pressing into the ground with your feet, all of those things. And you could take it a little faster if you want to. Totally up to you. Just feel, connect. What is happening in your body? How does it feel? What sensations is it giving you? Is it giving you pain? That's information. 10 more seconds here. Just go at your own pace. Next, we're going to do something a little fun. Come on up. Put your hands on your hips. And we're going to take nice big hip rolls all the way around. So I had this jazz teacher when I was in college, and he was from New York. And he used to say, it's like stirring peanut butter with your butt. And that's what you're doing, stirring the jar, getting all that. It's like the jar is empty, and you got to get the rest. Switch sides. Stir the peanut butter with your butt. There you go. Nice and big. No apologies for your awesome hip rolls. One more. And release. I'm stepping back on my mat a little bit more because we're going to take a full body roll down. Start with the top of the head. Drop the chin to the chest. Slowly curl all the way down. You might feel some cricks and cracks. That's okay. Soften the knees at the bottom if you need to. And then really contract in the abs to work your way all the way up, rolling down. Oh, yes. So good. Let's just shake it out. We're going to come to all fours on the floor. How are you feeling so far? A little connected, a little slowed down? Maybe this is what we need. Tabletop position, neutral spine. You can tuck your toes underneath if you want to. And we're going for a cat-cow. So press the fingers into the floor. Give an inhale. And on the exhale, hollow out your belly. Yes. And then inhale, let the pelvis release. Come through your neutral spine all the way up and look up and feel. Yes, and then you're going to just tuck it under. And our beloved Donna says, like a Halloween cat, right? So really press up. Yes. And then come on back down. I love that imagery that Donna uses. If you haven't taken Donna's workouts, by the way, please run, don't walk, and take her yoga. She is fantastic. Let's do it one more time. And release. Yes. Now come back to your neutral spine. And I'm going to crawl back on my mat a little bit. You want to make sure that you have room to come back into child's pose. So come back into child's pose and then lift yourself up, come through tabletop into an upward facing dog. So we're getting in hips, we're getting in the lower back. Do that again. So child's pose. Stretch, feel the shoulder stretch here, contract up, and you can let your legs come wide for this upward facing dog. Yes. If the upward facing dog bothers you, then just don't sink too much into it, or you can come up to your tabletop and hang out there and allow yourself to go into the cow pose, which is the opposite of the Halloween cat, right? Let's do that a couple more times. So think of it as an undulation, as a deep connection between you and your breath. Let's do one more. And this time, come all the way down to the ground. Come on, all the way down. Yes, onto your belly. Now keep your hands right next to your chest. We're going to push into one hand, doesn't matter which one. Push into that hand, lift the same side, look at your baby toe, and rotate all the way back and come back down again. So it's like a tricep push-up into a little rotation where you take a look at your baby toe, stretch, and come back down. Yes, do that again. So this is a really exploratory pose where you just got to figure it out. Connect. Figure out what needs to work in order for this pose to work, for this flow to work, and notice where you're feeling stuff. I'll shut up now so you can listen to yourself. Ten more seconds. Doing great. Finish the one you're doing. Come on back to center. And then what we're going to do is you're going to tuck your toes, push into those hands, keep your belly engaged, and come up to a plank pose. Hold. From here, walk yourself back. Hands come back toward your feet and stand up. We're going to inchworm right back out to that plank and continue repeating that. So walk out to the plank. So much in play here. And then come on back, stand up, and do it again. Take this at your own pace. So we're hinging at the hip. We're using the shoulders. We're pushing back. We're standing up. Yeah, let's try to do one or two good ones. Feel your strength, feel your connection to the ground and to your mat. Let's come down to plank and stay there. You there? Okay, now take your left foot and bring it to the outside of your left hand. This is a huge hip stretch. It's called a groiner. So hold here, take a breath. This might be super duper tight for you. That's okay. Then come back to plank. Do the other side. Yes. And come on back to plank. Now, if you need to, come to your knees and you can come forward like this. You don't have to be in plank all the time, right? It's about stretching your hip flexors. That's what it's about. Do you, do your body, okay? Whatever feels good, I want you to do for the next 20 seconds. Alternate, take it slow. This is dynamic stretching, so we keep moving. How you doing? And come into downward facing dog. We're going to hang in down dog for a few seconds. Take some breaths. Press into your hands. Let your neck be long. Pedal out your feet if you want to. Five seconds left. Yes. Walk forward. And we're just going to enjoy this moment here. Come on down to your knee. I'm going to take a towel and put it underneath one of my knees to give myself some extra padding. I encourage you to do the same if you like. We're coming onto one knee. It doesn't matter which one. Place the other foot out. Turn it out so you're externally rotated and straighten your arms really strong. We're going to lean into the hips here and open everything. This is called a fencer. And just keep going. Open it, enjoy it. This is one of my favorite mobility moves. Moving in and out of the pose to keep the muscles warm and working. Make things malleable. Take it at your pace. Enjoy the feeling. Let the feelings be information for you. 10 seconds. And then we'll switch sides and do the other side. One more. Yes, come on back. Take a graceful or ungraceful transition to the other side. Nobody's perfect, right? Okay, come on up. Tuck your butt under. Strong arms and really lean in. So think about a fencer. Think about someone who fights. Dun, 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 like Captain Hook. Yes, Captain Hook. All the way down. Gotcha. It's more fun to act while you're doing it, right? Whatever gets you through. Keep energy in that opposite side of the body. Keep pulling up in your belly. Opening the hips can also be such an emotional experience. It can be vulnerable. It can feel uncomfortable. Just let yourself be where you are with it. You're safe. You're safe in this move. You're safe in this workout. And we are here to do this together and increase our mobility and feel as good as we possibly can. Let's do one more good one. What do you say? Come on up. Yes. Okay. Here comes the good juicy part. Put your towel aside. Lie down on your back. We're going to do some twists. Oh, yeah. So, go ahead and take your feet flat on the ground. Bring your hands up to cactus next to you, and then just let your legs fall to one side and try to keep your opposite shoulder on the floor. And then all you're going to do is just windmill your legs around to the other side. Yes, and you'll feel a stretch in your hips. Do it again. You have plenty of time. Enjoy it. Notice which side has a little more resistance. Hello. ask yourself how you can connect like this with yourself more often. Maybe first thing in the morning before everybody gets up. Have a seat. Come on up really gently. Use your hands if you need to. And all you have to do is bring yourself to a cross-legged position and take a moment just to feel how you feel. And do you remember how you felt 15 minutes ago? Is it different? How does it feel? I think that something really great to do now that you're so centered and grounded is to try a kettlebell workout. Now, you might not want to try it today. That's okay. But if you've never done kettlebells before, a beginner kettlebell workout, now that you're centered, is so great, especially for all that hip motion that we've just opened up. So give it a try. Let me know how it goes. And thanks so much for joining me today. I hope to see you really, really soon. Take care.